Hey yo, Finesse Gang, Lost Lands fam, what's good? It's the Festival Finesser here, and I just had to give a quick disclaimer before I started this video and let you guys know that this is going to be a 3-part video series. There are a lot of artists, a lot of set times, and a lot of conflicts, and I had a lot to say, so I figured rather than one long video, it'd be less overwhelming to do 3 smaller videos. So this is part 1 of part 3. Day 2 will be soon to come after this video is over. They'll be uploaded back to back to back. I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys are ready for Lost Lands, and I'm looking forward to seeing all of you. So make sure to watch all 3 parts because there are meetups all 3 days, and there's a lot of info to retain. So hope you guys are ready because here we go. Hello Lost Lands fam and base heads of the internet. I'm the Festival Finesser and this is the last video before Lost Lands. Today we are talking about set times, the conflicts, my schedule, and where you guys can find me for some meetups and other sets throughout the weekend. So keep it locked because it's all coming up after the intro.
Can I get a
I'm the Festival Finesser.
Finesse Gang, Lost Lands fam, can I get a yer? The time is almost upon us, ladies and gentlemen. Lost Lands is approaching quick. I am leaving tomorrow, and we just got set times today, so I'm going to try to get this video done as fast as possible so I can post it ASAP to get you guys the information that you are probably wondering. Where are you going to find me? What sets am I hyped for? And where are the meetups happening and when? So forget the intro, the regular spiel I always do. We're going to jump right into it because we have a lot to cover. We have 3 days of a lot of music. We have 4 stages this year. I thought it was only 3, but we have the Prehistoric Evolution, the Wampy Woods, then we have a Subsidious stage, and the Forest stage, which is also a new addition. This whole Forsaken Forest with a bunch of trees. So if you got hammocks, that's the place to bring them because you can pull up and probably chill if you got the area to camp. And this is another thing I want to talk about. Lost Lands is still evolving so quickly, and every time you keep going, yeah, it's kind of the same, but it's also so different. Like this year I saw the stage a little early, and it is looking not like nothing it has before. We have 2 stage editions. We have different kind of sound camps. We have a lot of artists, a lot of different genres, and I feel like the layout is going to be slightly different. I feel like we're going to have more space to camp. So yeah, just a lot of new things to expect and be excited for it. I'm sure there's a lot of things you guys are going to be judgmental and critical about and talking about, and because that's all I've been seeing. Everyone's got something to say about Lost Lands, and it's just like, yo, shut up and just go and have a good time. And if you're going to talk shit, then don't fucking come. You know what I'm saying? And that's that. Drop the mic. All right. Now, here are these set times. So when I first saw these set times, I was very overwhelmed because there was just so many people playing at so many different times. And it was like hard to kind of like keep track of the conflicts. So what I actually did was look at the schedule based on the stages. And then I just lined up all the stages right next to each other in Photoshop for the daytime sets at least. Because the sound camp sets I noticed are just an hour increments. So it's pretty easy to see like who is playing at 1 o'clock, who's playing at 2 o'clock, and then you can kind of just like pick one of the 4 artists playing at one of the 4 sound camps. But with the daytime, there's a lot of, there's like the main stage starts at 3, the Wampy Wood starts at 2:30, the Subsidious stage starts at 3, and the Forest stage starts at 3:30 or 4. So then there's a lot of like gaps, which makes it nice because you can kind of break it up and see a lot of sets, but you're not going to be able to see a full set of your favorite artists. You're going to be doing half of this, half of that, a lot of running around. What people don't realize is how far the stages are and how long it takes to get there. So it's like, yeah, I'm going to be there in 5 minutes, and then it takes you 15, and then by the time you get in the crowd, it's 20, and then you only get to chill at the set for 10 minutes. So keep these things in mind as you're making your schedule, because I think I did a very good job. It took me actually a minute to make all these, to line these all up and like color coordinate them and then pick who I wanted to see, because I had to like, yeah, but this is what we're going to be looking at, not the app. I'm going to use the app for the sound camps, and just for time's sake, I'm not going to be highlighting every artist on here and every conflict. I'm going to be pretty much doing my favorites, who I'm going to be seeing in kind of my schedule, maybe giving some notable mentions here and there, but this is kind of my schedule or where I would be going, what I would be doing, and who I would be seeing based on the conflicts that I feel are relevant. So here we go, kicking off. I would start my day, if I got there this early, at Benda at 2 o'clock. Then I would make my way over to Monks at 3:30 probably. I think, I don't know. I'm very big on like having a schedule, but not necessarily following it and kind of going where the vibe and my ear takes me. And like, yeah, I could want to see Benda, but he could be playing some weird drum and bass for some reason. And then I'm like, why am I here, bro? I'm gonna go and see High Am Ghost where the heaviness is at. I just kind of saw High Am Ghost, so that's why I'm not so like eager to see him. Even though I just saw Benda, I just prefer Benda of any of the 3 people opening. I just feel like he's the heaviest and most my vibe. And then in this next hour or half hour, like I said, main stage is at 2, next stage is at 2:30, next stage is at 3, and the next stage is at 4. So as you can kind of see, I did them chronologically. And so next we have Monks playing 3:30 to 4:30. I'd probably split that set in half. And then at 4 o'clock, we're having the Finesse Gang meetup at the Asteroid for day one. Lays is also having a meetup at this time, too, at the same location. I saw her post, and I was like, damn, that's a good-ass location and a good-ass time after I looked at this. And I was like, hey, can we, like, share a meetup spot? Like, I don't want to steal your thunder or your lightning, but you picked a good-ass spot and location, and I don't want to... Yeah, and she was like, yeah, we can have just a homie meetup. So, 2-for-1 special on Friday at the Asteroid. You got the Festival Finesser and Lays, who's playing at the Sound Camps on Friday, I think, 3 a.m. I'm pretty sure she's closing out day one, which is fucking sick. So make sure you check out Lays at Raptor Alley, 3 a.m. So after 4 o'clock, after the meetup, which I'm not sure how long it's going to take, depending on how many people come through and how long it takes, you know, doing pictures and whatnot. I am in no rush, but I am trying to stay Stone Level at 5 o'clock. And that is kind of conflicting with Wooly, but I've seen Wooly a lot. I'm a big fan. I feel like he kind of knows that, but I've never seen Stone Level. I've seen Wooly a bunch of times, and with this Lost Lands, I'm trying to kind of really do a little bit differently and kind of experience more and see, you know, be more at the newer stages where there's less people, because those fucking main stages get crowded, and I'm not sure, even though it might be more lit seeing the, you know, Subtronics and Sullivan King back-to-back Kaiwachi, like, I would rather see these people that I haven't seen on the newer stages and just get different content, you know? Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of want to do it a little bit differently because I've seen a lot of these artists already, even at Lost Lands. So I want to see these artists I haven't seen on the stages I haven't been to. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of the vibe I'm going with this year. So, like I said, Stone Level 5 to 6. And then I'm not even going to be at Stone Level for the whole set because we have to be there for Murata at 5:40 at the main stage. Blood will be drawn, people. It is going to be insane. And yeah, I'm happy we're going to have fresh bodies. It's pretty early, and we'll be able to see. So that is going to be fucking mayhem. And then right after that, we have more mayhem with Trampa for an hour. And then in that hour, I'm probably going to try and go to Getter because, like I said, Getter doesn't come around a lot, especially at Lawson's. It's going to be a very kind of like unique set. I feel like that's not going to happen for a while. So definitely try and check that out. But at the same time, if I have these high expectations that he's going to throw it down and he does some visceral kind of vibes, I might end up going back to Trampo or maybe checking out BTSM because that's also conflicting. We also have Wales at 8 o'clock. I'm just seeing my camera's in the way, so I have to like get out of the way for a sec. But we have Wales at 8 o'clock too, and I have heard crazy things about him. He's been hyping up his Lost Land set, and his music is so fucking heavy. Honestly, he has been blowing my mind with the releases he has been coming out with, and it's just like he's on the come up. So if you've seen Trampa a bunch, you know what I'm saying? If you're in the area, you happen to pass by the Subsidious stage, check out Wales, because I heard that's going to be fucking crazy, and I hope I can see some of that myself. So that's the 7 o'clock hour pretty much. You know, Trampa, Getter, Wales. Well, Wales starts at 8 o'clock, and then so yeah, I think Wales might actually have. Yeah, I don't know. Getter and Wales. That whole Trampa Getter Wales conflict is kind of fucking me up right here in the middle. But BTSM, I've seen, not the biggest fans, but they do fucking throw it down. I'm overdue for a set, honestly. I haven't experienced BTSM in a minute. But Grizz, Bree wants to see Grizz a lot, but he's playing a sound camp later. So maybe we'll see him at the sound camp and get a little different kind of a vibe, because I feel like that Wampy Woods might be a little bit mainstream. I don't know. I'm trying to see a Grizz live set. I don't know. But that's also, again, a very unique set. Grizz is not going to be at Lost Lands for a while, I feel like. And yeah, he's just... like, that's like headliner material type shit right there. And then we have Uber. I have on the Subsidious stage. And again, I'm a big fan of Uber. I can't promise I'd be at this whole set because of conflicting things. We also have Zomboy at 8:50. So you have this Uber Zomboy conflicts. Then it's maybe not be a conflict for some, but the amount of times I've seen Zomboy and the amount of times I've seen Uber, especially like at a festival stage. And last time I saw Uber is 3 o'clock, 2019, opening up main stage. Now he's playing at 9 o'clock on the Subsidious stage, so that could be kind of lit. We have no idea what the Subsidious stage is going to look like or be like. Like I said, Zomboy 8:50 to 9:50, and then ending the night with Excision, obviously, but he has that 2-hour set, so I would definitely go for the first hour or so. And if there's no mosh pits and shit, and if y'all are whack like you were last year, because I was very upset with y'all on the right side, then we are gonna probably check out some Genie and just show love to a homie who I've watched come up from little spot in Brooklyn called Dub Day to the Camp Bisco Renegade bus, the Jenga bus, to now, doing subsidiary releases, playing Couchlands, and she has a big slot on the subsidiary stage, basically closing out the daytime sets, kind of, because then once you get past 12 o'clock, we kind of call it Sound Camp hour, because the Prehistoric Paradox, or Evolution stage, closes down, so then we are going to get into the sound camps here, which I have on my phone. So I am going to open the app here. The app was looking pretty lit this year. Lots of information to dispose, and anything you need to know is kind of here. So let's go to the lineup. All right, so after the 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock hour, we have 12 o'clock, we have Chime, Control Freak, Jekyll and Hyde, Member, and Neonics. And that's a pretty big, that's a hard decision for me, honestly. Again, I'm probably going to be going to where I think the crowd is going to be the most lit and where maybe the production is the most lit, where it's the most loud. I have no idea what the sound camp setup is going to be like this year, but the fact that the Wampy Woods are still going down and, the Wampy Woods were a sound camp last year, in a sense, it's like half the stage. You guys can probably see it in some of the videos from last year. Yeah, I feel like I would just go where my ear takes me and kind of wander. And, I feel like I might not spend that much time in the sound camps because I didn't really enjoy them all that much last year, but just because the volume was very low, which made the crowd energy very minimal, and everyone was just kind of chilling and listening in the background. But it didn't seem like anyone was really, vibing. It was, I don't know, it was weird. But 1 a.m., we have another pretty decent conflict, and I'm definitely trying to see Akios, bro. That's one of the sets I'm most hyped for, and I'm really sad that he's on a sound camp, but I'm actually hyped he's at the Wampy Woods. So we also have Jansen, Proto Harp, Trivecta, and Wad. I would give a notable mention to Wad. He has been killing it. His city releases are always so fucking crazy. He's so fucking heavy. And then also Jansen, if you like that kind of wobbly, fun vibe. 2 a.m. we have Crystal Skies, another Grizz set. Louis J, Nazar, and Sippy. I'll probably go to see the Grizz set just because I feel like the forest stage in the woods would be kind of cooler than the main stage Grizz set at 8:30. Also, if you guys are into trap, Louis J at the Subsidia stage would probably pop the fuck off. And if you guys like more trap, Nazar at the Wampy Woods, probably going to be pretty heavy as well. Not too familiar with Crystal Skies. I know Sippy, but not really the vibe she'd be throwing. And then to end the night on Friday, we have Lays, like I said, playing Raptor Val. We also have YDG playing the Subsidia stage. And then Dr. Oji, some more heavy, and Ows, some more melodic kind of stuff. And what's also kind of cool is if you look at my lineups, the way they're laid out, you can kind of feel the vibe of each stage. You know what I'm saying? You got your dubstep on the Prehistoric at Wampy Woods. Then you got some trap at the Subsidia stage. Sometimes the Forest stage can get kind of weird or be housey. So these two, new stages are definitely experimental genres. Not necessarily experimental, but it's a little house. It's a little themed almost. It's we got a house day, we got a trap day, we got a experimental day, and then Subsidia is just also Subsidia artists, honestly. So I kind of fucking with it. I'm liking the diversity and the way everything's kind of split up. You get to do a lot of wandering and not just being stuck at one stage, because it's nice to have options. It feels like more of a festival when you have 4 options instead of 2. Because that's kind of how it's been the last couple years. Is you got Wampy Woods or Prehistoric Paradox, which is now the Evolution. So now we're gonna look at Saturday.